Joined by Paige Moir, the head coach of Roanoke College men's basketball. They were picked number 10 in this year's preseason poll. Coach, one of the themes that we've had running here with most of the coaches is that somebody's got somebody to replace from an all-conference squad. And for Roanoke College, that's former ODAC leading scorer, Kwasi Mpanza. Talk a little bit about what you see out of your squad so far in early season practice that leads you to believe you'll be able to replace this production.
Well, you know, you've got to look at who you're losing each year, and we knew losing Kwasi that we were going to lose a little bit of everything, not just points. I mean, he was quick, he could score in a variety of ways, he played good defense and was a good leader. But that said, we really gave our kids a charge when they went home in the summer that you've got to get better at certain facets of your game. So we gave every young man a challenge, whether it's to just shoot free throws better, shoot threes better, get to the hoop better, play better defense. And I'm really excited because I think in the early 2 weeks of practice, we've seen young men who've come back as better players. And that's how you replace a really good player, by everybody else coming back and just being better. And so we're excited about the 8 returnees we have in our program and what they've done to get ready for 2013-14.
One of the guys that started to come into his own last year was Daniel Eco on your front line. Talk a little about him, but also about some of the other players that you could see stepping up for you this year.
Well, Daniel's a big part of it. He finished, with a bang in the ODAC tournament, going for 23 points and 22 rebounds in a single game. He's very committed to having a great year. He's worked hard. He had a great summer. He played against good competition, and he's really challenged himself, but challenging the other guys too to get better. Senior leadership is going to be really good with Ethan Humphreys and Stefan Vulovic. Both have been solid players for us. I think both will step into much bigger roles with Kwasi and Jordan Thacker graduating. That junior class, though, when you start with Dan, you got Andrew Daniels, who was one of our best scorers last season. It hurt us a lot when he missed those 6 games right in the middle. But Andrew is a kid, and he's funny. He's one kid, he can score in a variety of ways, but we challenged him to be better defensively. He's played really good defense so far in our practices, and along with Alex Wink, another good post player who I think he's versatile enough to play with Daniel and really give us a huge front line at times. But Daniel's a physical kid. If he ever gets a foul or two, Alex is the guy you can go to and really not lose a lot. And then you got Julian Ramirez, who was our quarterback last year along with Ethan. And Julian's a kid who we think can score well enough to play too and open up some other opportunities for other kids at point guard. But Julian's a solid all-around player. We had some great games last year. We just need to make sure they're more consistent. Our sophomore class, Cameron Smith, I think one of the best offensive rebounders I've had, at least since Josh Laporte, maybe one of the best I've ever had. And he's a go-getter. He's much like Daniel, and he's a very, very competitive, hard-nosed, tough kid. And Seth Bradley could be one of the surprises. Seth Bradley didn't play a lot last year as a freshman. He's a 2-sport athlete at Roanoke, playing baseball and basketball. And Seth shoots lights out, plays hard, he's physical, and he's got the attributes of a winner. And I think we're going to definitely have freshmen help us, I think, and not by default. I think we have several freshmen who can step into quality roles for us and really help us be good this year.
Coach, I asked Lynchburg head coach Hillary Scott, and your former All-American player, to put his memory hat on. I'm asking you to do the same thing, thinking about the league. The league over the last 4 years has had 12 NCAA bids, 4 twice. Talk a little bit about the league from just its progression from when you started to where it is now.
Sure. Well, now I think, every time you look at an NCAA Division III poll, you got 400 teams. In the top 25, there's usually at least 3 ODAC teams. That's phenomenal. And it says a lot about our league. We've had so many different teams that have gone to the Final Four. Unfortunately, I remember a few years back, we finished 3rd in the league, and the next year the 4th place team was in the Final Four. That just shows the quality of the ODAC and how much we have achieved nationally. I think back when Hillary played for me, we were very competitive with anybody nationally by the time he was a junior and senior. But there's only 1 or 2 teams in the ODAC that would get in the NCAAs. And now you have more teams vying for those spots, and getting 3 or 4 in just shows the quality of our league. And it comes not just from good basketball. The schools have great reputations. The other sports have developed great reputations. So the ODAC is looked around as a great sports league, and basketball just happens to be one of the key components.
Well, Coach, I want to thank you for joining us today, and good luck this season.
Thank you.